Every day the man shovels snow. He stops only when black earth appears, for this is a distress signal. He's been trapped in the Arctic for 3 years. His days pass either shoveling snow or fishing. Once the man caught a fish, staring at the fish in his hands. Not a trace of joy graced his face. He'd been eating this same food for 3 years. With no fire source, he had no choice but to eat raw fish, besides facing the harsh environment, but also stay alert for polar bears. That day, he approached his trap, only to find the storage box shattered by a predator. The fish inside had been devoured. The next second, he spotted a massive footprint nearby, a polar bear's footprint. He rushed back to his shelter. After waiting a long time, with no sign of the bear, the man assumed it had moved on. He decided to venture out in search of a signal. He climbed a hill and turned the radio dial. As a massive storm approached in the distance, the man packed his things to leave. But just then, the green light flashed once, though only for an instant. He keenly noticed it. He frantically turned the dial again. Sure enough, as he kept turning, the green light came on once more. Then, he scanned his surroundings, searching for the signal source. The next second, a helicopter appeared before him. The man pulled out a smoke grenade he'd prepared earlier and released the smoke. The black smoke stood out starkly against the snowy landscape. The helicopter quickly spotted him. Just as the man thought he was saved, fate played a cruel joke on him. The powerful storm caused the helicopter to shake violently, drifting uncontrollably through the air. The next second, it crashed straight into the ground. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. His eyes filled with despair. But now was no time for grief. He rushed toward the helicopter, reaching the crash site. By the time he pulled the pilot out, the man showed no signs of life. Fortunately, the woman in the co-pilot seat was still alive. He then found a spotlight and a map inside the cabin. After bringing the woman back to shelter and settling her in, the man returned to the helicopter and began meticulously searching for supplies. He accidentally discovered a photograph, revealing the woman and the pilot were a married couple. This filled him with profound guilt, for it was his actions that had led to the man's death. He resolved to get the woman out of the Arctic alive. The next day, he inventoried their supplies and prepared to set out for the research station. They would have to traverse nearly 200 kilometers of snow-covered mountains while evading polar bears. By nightfall, the two sought shelter in a cave. As he entered the cave, he blocked the entrance with snowdrifts to prevent polar bears from detecting them. After ensuring the woman was asleep, he prepared to rest himself. But just then, footsteps echoed outside. The next instant, a polar bear's head thrust through the entrance. Fortunately, the narrow opening blocked it. The beast couldn't squeeze through. The man lit a flare stick. The polar bear retreated in fear. Soon, it departed. The pair had escaped the polar bear's pursuit. Afterward, the man stood frozen in place. They spent the night in the cave like that. The next day, they continued their journey. Soon, a new challenge confronted the man. A massive rock ahead blocked their path. Now the man faced two choices: climb through this complex rock formation, or take a longer detour around it. Choosing the second path would triple the distance. The man hesitated.